What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Race. A time jump, a new protagonist, more TVD characters returning? Okay, Legacies Season 5 sounds promising. This is why the next installment of the popular spin-off is going to change everything. Enjoy the spoiler-filled video. As you guys already know, Legacies was cancelled, but fans are still hoping that they'll see Hope again. The conclusion of Season 4 served as a goodbye to Hope, her family, friends, and, well, her enemies. We went through a painful goodbye, but that doesn't mean that this was the definite conclusion of the series. Legacies will return, but this time, a new character will be the protagonist. This might sound awful, but trust me, the next season of Legacies will be the best one yet. So, what would have happened if the show wasn't cancelled all of a sudden? What were the plans? When the Vampire Diaries spin-off got cancelled after Season 4, fans were caught by surprise, to say the least. The show was great, and the reviews were not awesome, but were certainly good enough for a renewal. The CW was considering a renewal for longer than expected, and their final decision was not to greenlight the much-loved series with a huge fan base for another season.
My miracle child. What a gift to be able to leave you one last message. So please.
The second TVD spin-off after the originals was, without a doubt, quite different from its predecessors. When compared to TVD, Legacies was much lighter and simpler. In TVD, we saw some pretty messed up things, while in Legacies, we simply followed the lives of the students at the Salvatore School as they learned how to control and use their powers and abilities. Yes, the most recent ratings for Legacies continued to fall. However, this doesn't mean that this is the end. Shortly after the CW confirmed the cancellation, the creator of TVD, the originals, and Legacies, Julie Plec, and multiple Legacies writers revealed some plot details about Season 5. Thus, we already know what would have happened to Hope and the rest of the crew. One of the most exciting things about Season 5 is that we would have seen more of the OG TVD characters making a return. This could still happen, but one of the most surprising things they had in the plan was definitely a time jump. Obviously, everyone expected Season 5 to continue where Season 4 stopped. Even though Season 4 served as a final goodbye, we were still left with several questions regarding the future of our beloved characters. But the creators of the series had a different plan in mind. Showrunner Brett Matthews told Screen Rant that they would have been in a time jump scenario because he thinks the fun of the 5th season would have been to really take those characters who had reached such a good place in the school and then move them beyond it and throw them in lives beyond it and seeing where they were and how they would all find their way back to one another. It's fair to say that a lot of fans expected a time jump, mostly because of how Season 4 ended. A time jump would have also solved a lot of plot issues that appeared in the 4th installment. One thing we need to remember is that the Season 4 finale was not what the writers had in mind. This was their alternative ending, which they used after the CW told them about the cancellation. The CW reported that you need to smash that like button if you want to see a Legacies continuation. Okay, seriously, why was Legacies cancelled? Back when the CW announced the cancellation, fans all over the world expressed their disappointment on the internet. Petitions about saving Legacies were created but were not successful because it looked like the CW made their final decision. But fans weren't the only ones surprised by the sudden decision. The creators were caught by surprise as well. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, the show's executive producer and co-creator Julie Plec said she felt concerned for the hundreds and hundreds of people who'd just lost their jobs across 3 of her shows, adding they did 331 episodes of television, and a lot of people that worked on Season 1 of Vampire Diaries worked on Season 4 of Legacies as well. She also said she feels like they were able to build such a beautiful family in Atlanta across these 3 shows, and to think that that's just gone now is sad. Danielle Rose Russell said she felt heartbroken by the news, but according to her, the news wasn't really a surprise because they all felt like the end had come. Russell told The Observer that Plec met with them during the finale's shooting. In her own words, Plec came back into town for a little while and made it a point that they all did say goodbye in case the show wasn't renewed. And she really appreciated that because obviously Obviously, it wasn't. She then cleaned out her dressing room and everything. Russell said this doesn't feel like the ending she wanted to see because they didn't get a definite goodbye. But according to her, you don't always get that luxury. It's really sad to see that everyone was on board for season 5 except the CW. There are a lot of reports suggesting that Legacies and several other shows were cancelled because of CW's sale. Legacies was cancelled together with the Charmed reboot, Dynasty, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Roswell, New Mexico, 4400, and Batwoman. So what would have happened if the show was renewed? To be honest, I strongly believe that Legacies season 4 was the best season of the series. I mean, so many great things happened that I really don't understand why the series got cancelled. In the final episode, viewers saw Hope in a happy place. After yearning for closure for so long, she finally saw her father, Klaus, portrayed by Joseph Morgan. She made peace with his death and was given a mentoring role at Salvatore. In an interview with TV Insider, the actress talked about her character and agreed that this is, in fact, the first time that Hope felt closure and real happiness. In her own words, this is the first time we really see her at such peace, and it felt that way when she was filming the finale. When it comes to her relationship with Arya Shagasami's Landon, well, that's not what we hoped to see. But yeah, if there's another season, Plec would give Landon a different life, that's for sure. They basically broke up at the end, but Russell believes they would have been together in the 5th installment. The actress feels like there would definitely be an option for them to be together at some point. Of course, the creators would have to come up with a proper supernatural storyline to bring these two together. What do you guys think is the best way for Landon and Hope to get back together? Do you have any theories? Share them in the comments. One of the best things about season 4 was Candace King's return as Caroline for the finale. She replaced Alaric as the school's new interim headmistress. Based on what the creators have said about her appearance, the actress was set to appear in more seasons. Even if Legacies doesn't continue, a new TVD spin-off is already in development. The Vampire Diaries universe will return to our screens, that's for sure. Believe it or not, we've been entertained by TVD, the originals, and Legacies for 13 years. Everything was perfect until the CW decided to put an end. This is the end of one chapter, creator Julie Plec said in an interview with TV Line, explaining how they can use this chapter to launch the beginning of another chapter, which is ultimately what they want to do when all is said and done. Does this mean we need to prepare for yet another TVD spin-off? Yes, that's exactly what this means. Do you guys think this is a good idea? Do you have any ideas about what the next project should focus on? We also know that you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. In the same interview, Plec said there's absolutely hope for the future, adding that Brett, Matthews, and Kevin Williamson already talked to her about an idea for the next spin-off. They just haven't had the time to put it down on the page yet. But yes, they definitely want to do another branch of the tree, and it's just a matter of when. In a world where sequels, prequels, threequels, reboots, remakes, and spin-offs prevail, why not make another chapter? See you in the next video.